This is the level I've made. As you can see, it is quite a bit long, but maybe not too long, hopefully. I aim to have the player complete this maybe at 2 to 5 minutes, hopefully. At the moment, as you can see, it's just a level with just a few traps here and there, and a few pickups and checkpoints. At the moment, it's still in the planning stage, so it's very on still. I can change this dramatically for a few bits and have certain things like more traps or more pickups or more checkpoints if I need be. At this stage, I'm still making and testing it, so you may experience and see a few things wrong, whatsoever. So let's get started, shall we? Now, for this map, the player will start roughly around here, as you can see my cursor, moving right here. And the goal of it is to get the player to go through all of this to get to the end goal, which is just below the start, right around here, as you can see that one there. Now to do this, to make the way that I made this, is because as you can see here are various doors. The reason why I put these various doors here is that the player has to go from here to a switch to a certain door. So one of these switches around this level will open one of these doors here, 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 or there. So switch. So which is started, and I'll show you. This is the player you can see. Let me just put this in full view so you get a better thing. The player here, obviously, jump, crouch, and go here, and that's about it. You can also attack, but you don't need that for yet. So the switch I told you about is looked like one of these. The switch here, you have to step on them like so, and that will open the door or a door on the level. Specifically, this switch here just opens this start door here, which is just to say like, alright, you entered the level, you started the level, whatnot. As you can see, every time I go up, you get that, so that means you just step on it and activate it. So, let's get started. Right here is just an armor pickup. As you can see, I have on the top left corner, I have hearts, armor, and attack icons. As you can see, once I pick up this armor, you can see one just lit up. That means I have one armor. Now the armor just basically just says like the health. It just gives you like an additional damage. So if I get hit once with one thing, that goes away instead of my heart, so I don't die. Now this is the first trap you encounter. It's a missile type. Now this just either shoots arrows or cannonballs or shoots fire. But for this trap, I have made it to do cannons. And as you can see, if I send another one, it just does 1 damage. And it does so on and so forth. Now, if I go on here, you will come to the next trap, which is their hammers. One of these hammers I have made to lay about 1 or 2 seconds, just to give this illusion of so on and so forth, but then go under one hammer, wait for the next to go up, and you can cross. The reason why I made this like that is just to give the player an understanding of what he or she will encounter when they go through this level. So hopefully this won't be too hard for the player to get through or die. So, we continue. Now this is a signpost. This is basically to tell the player, basically if you see these switches, press E to interact with it, and you can turn this jump pad on or off just by pressing E again, or turn it off by pressing E. Now the reason why I have this jump pad is because if I go over here, there's a bottomless pit, and at the bottom are spikes which I set at 10 damage. So if the player goes down here, he or she will instantly die and will have to respawn at the start or a checkpoint. As you've just seen, I just jumped down to show you what will happen. So obviously I died. I went back to here because I didn't get to a checkpoint, so I came back to the start. Now I have to go through all of that again, and as you can see, the armor that was previously here disappeared because I have turned it not to respawn once the player died, just to give the challenge a bit more difficulty to get through these. Now, let's just get past this trap. And pass this one here. Most importantly, just waiting game, just have to be patient. Now, we'll turn this on, and we'll jump to this platform here. As you can see, the platform is not very visible to the player. Obviously, that might be an issue that I will have to address later on, just to make it a bit more clearer where the player needs to go. Now, the jump pad is basically just, I only set it to just make the player jump higher and move slightly forward, just to give the player more direction of where the player should be going. Now obviously this is a pickup item. This is a heart, so give me another heart point. That will just basically, if I take damage from either one of the traps whatsoever, it's either 3 damage or 1 damage, I will only lose 1 heart or 2 hearts depending on the damage of the trap. Now as I'm waiting here, as you can see, it's a moving platform. All I need to do, or the player needs to do, is just need to wait for it, jump onto it, and go to the next platform. The reason why the player needs to wait, because obviously you can see the player can't jump that high by himself or herself. So obviously, if I try to do this by jumping, obviously I just land on the platform again and again, the player can't make it. So obviously, the player will either fall into this pit, or did you just sort of, I just did, somehow land on here. So I have to go back up here, wait for the platform to come to my side, get on it, go to the next platform. Now, for the next step, obviously again, your player doesn't know where to go or what to do. So obviously I will have to fix that, but what you need to do is just to go down here, and you're on the other side. Now the reason why I made it like so, is that once the player passes this point, they do not need to come back, because that was just a start point, and that's it. The player will never go back to that point ever again. That's why there's no jump pad or whatsoever to return to that side. Now, this point here is a checkpoint, which is basically saying if I die, I will respawn at this point here. So if I do so, and if I go back to the spike pit, and I jump, it will just take me back to here, rather than the start point that you've previously seen. So this will give the players a helping hand, rather than have to go through those 2 traps and going above, so on and so forth. Now this is the first door your player will encounter. They're basically, at the moment, the player cannot open this either way because there's no switches or whatsoever next to it. But once the switch is open, the player can either come back here, explore what's ever below here or what's not. But at the moment, the player, all he can do is just go over the top of it to the next point. So if I take you there now, obviously there's a jump pad here, so we just need to jump. And obviously there's another jump pad here, the player can go back, and so on and so forth. Now the reason why there's a jump pad here, because if the player comes down here, they don't necessarily die, because there's another way to enter at this point. Here, as you can see, there's a few various pickups to help the player in the game. Now this is a new trap the player first will see. These are the pendulums. I have set these pendulums to be 3 or 2 damage, I can't remember which one. But obviously if the player goes next to them, they lose so and so forth damage, depending on the trap. Now these are at a 50-degree angle at each side, so they'll swing at those points at a certain speed. So all I need to do now is just wait for the timing. And as you can see, I take no damage here, because I am not in the damage spot. So I have made this just to give the player an extra hand, rather than trying to go through all at once. So we just need to wait for the timing and move through. Now, here, again, it's a switch to help the player just go so on and so forth. You can go up to this side and then come back to here, turn it back on and jump up. The reason why I made this, just so that the players, because obviously they won't know at this point, probably, maybe, is that there's a switch behind it to open one certain doors in the map. Obviously I did that. Now that opened a door in this level. Once I get to that door, I'll tell you which door it opened. So in the meantime, we will go up here, and we'll go up until we get to this point. Now the reason why this point is a little different than the other platforms you just saw me jump off is that I put this jump pad in the middle just so that players can get to this side and to back here easily without having to worry about anything. And we did that because obviously, as you can see, the player doesn't have enough jump or speed to get to that point by jumping by himself. So if I just do this, I'm here. Now these ones are slightly different than the previous hammers you've seen before. That is because these ones are set about 5 damage each hammer. So as I will show you, once this hammer goes, boom, bam, 5 damage. I only had 4 hearts, so that means I have died. As you can see, I spawned here, so that worked correctly. So all the player has to do now is go back to that point by just doing what the player did. So obviously that's here. Now this is another point, so obviously I had to bypass such as a fourth. Now this, the player chooses to go jump rather than go down here. The player can, so it's easy just go down here. Now this is above the pendulum traps and where the player got up to those points. Now obviously, there's just another way so the player can just go through here and whatnot. But just for convenience sake, I'll show you and what's up here. So obviously we have that switch to do that, and here we have 2 switches, just to give the player just a bit of a easier way to just go off and on and whatnot. So if I just turn it back on and put it up, as you can see, there's another switch to open a certain other door. So if I just click that, another door just opened. So I can just go to this side and come back down, but no. Now what's under here, what was under here, is another checkpoint. Now obviously, as you can see, once I get here, that there is a little problem with this one. This checkpoint is right underneath the trap. And as you can see here, I take damage either way. So if I stand here and the player isn't quick enough, the player takes damage instantly. So that is the problem that I will need to fix later on after this video. Luckily, as you can see, it's through a test and a level design. So that's good enough. Now we're back here where we first died to show you that. Now if I come back here, we are back at the hammers that cause 5 damage. So if I now try and get through this, without dying, of course. Sorry about this. I may have made this, but sometimes it can be cruel to people. Oh, we just need to play. Alright, we are now past this. Now this is another mute platform. This one I'm still thinking about. Because obviously under here, there is no... this is just an empty pit with spikes at the bottom that cause again 10 damage. Now I'm still 50-50 about this one. Obviously players might think, oh okay, this might be another entrance to another underground basement or whatnot. So players might jump into it thinking that no, there's surprise spikes, so they have to restart the checkpoint they have. So obviously I'm still 50-50. I might keep this here, might change it, depends on further reviews and testing later on. So if we now continue on, as you can see here is a checkpoint, the last of the 3 checkpoints. So lucky now, so if I die, I'll start here and I don't have to worry about any of the traps. Now, these doors are open because the switch to open these doors is basically under the stairs that's underground on the first bit, what we just saw. So that switch under those, I'm going to call them stairs, for convenience sake, basically opened this door which was previously locked. So now I can get through here, and obviously these are pendulums, so we have to get past here to get, well, if we can get past without dying, of course. So we just have to get through here to get to this switch, which will open one of the doors that needs to be to open the trap door that can lead to the end point. Now, as you can see here, this is the end point of the level. So the player, hopefully the player will understand that there might be another way to go back easily. There might be something that he or she missed or whatnot. So hopefully the player will understand that she has to go back to here hopefully without dying, go back here and go through all the process again and look for every part of the map like he or she missed. As you can see there was another armor piece just to give the player a little extra hand. So all we need to do now is just go through all these traps and look and let the player look through all of it. Luckily I know why and what to do, so at the moment I'll just go to the point where I need to go next. About dying, of course. Right. Now, as you can see here, when we first entered and started the game, that this door was closed. So now, once it's open, the player can come down here and get to this next part of the level. So obviously the player knows that obviously they have unlocked something or something's hidden down here. Now again, as you can see, if I jump down here, there's a platform here. But as you can see, the player might not know if there is or something not there. So again, I will have to press this and maybe move this platform up a bit, just to give the player that player needs to go this way, rather than figuring out, well, take another 5 or 10 minutes longer just to figure out, okay, let's jump down there, let's see what it does, and whatnot. Now again, these doors are open because I made a switch. So we'll go through here, as you can see. Now I'm not going to do this switch just to give you an idea why I put these switches around. So I'll show you the reason why. I come over here. There is this door. This door cannot be, it's not open because I have not did the switch. Now the switch is just across over here, I just showed you earlier. Now if I go back over there and press this switch, now let's see what happened to those doors. Now these doors are opened. So now, because of that pressing that switch, those doors are open and I can get past this level. Now, these hammers, I spread them out just to give the player an extra, again, little helping hand. This is the last level, the player worked all the way here. So hopefully, once this one's up, I can stand in the middle, as you can see here, and do not take damage. So this gives the player just an extra time, just to get the timing right to this point, and whatnot. So just wait for this to come up. We'll come up here, and now if we go up to these jump pads, it will take us to the end point, as you can see here. Now obviously this took me, as you can see here, 16 seconds, 16 minutes, and obviously 10 deaths, but that was just to demonstrate. Now as you can see, the level is still in the making. I might make improvements, might change things, whatnot. And obviously you did see a few things that do need to drastically change before I test this out more. So hopefully that gave you an understanding of whatnot of what needs to be done. So hope you enjoy the rest of your day or whatnot. So goodbye.